Hey guys, today I'm going to show you why it is very worth it to upgrade your Thunder Cage. Number one is because you get it pretty early when you just do your main quests, and then part of a sub quest as well, you get another copy of it. So you already got the base and the first upgrade. Now you just need 3, and it's very easy to upgrade. But before that, is it worth upgrading? Well, I just farmed within less than a day, mind you, all the parts that I need for the upgrades. And let's take a look here. So your second upgrade is going to decrease the reload time modifier by down to 10%. The trigger rate is going to go up to 80%, just makes it more likely for the AoE to proc. The damage range increases along with it as well from 3.5 to 4, so that's always a good thing, right? It just has more coverage. We're going to go ahead and enhance that now, and then we're going to go for a second one. So now it's going to go down to minus 5%, increase radius again, and trigger rate at 90% now. So we're just going to go ahead and trigger that. And finally, the last one, reload time modifier 0, and that is going to be 100% trigger rate. So every mob that you kill will 100% do the electric AoE, and then the radius now goes up to 5, all the way up from what is it, I believe 2.5 or 3 at the very beginning. We're gonna go ahead and do that, and that is basically a maxed out Thunder Cage. Now, why do I recommend you upgrade it as soon as possible? Because number one, you probably have some parts already, and number two, you don't even need hard mode to get the pieces that you need to get it all the way up there, right? And it's a very good weapon because it helps you AoE farm, especially if you have to AoE farm like normal mobs. Even if you're not using Bunny, let's say you're leveling a different Descendant and you want to have that AoE capability still. You're not using Bunny, you're not using Valby. Let's say you're trying to level your Ajax, your ultimate Ajax. In order to get it, you just have to go into, first of all, you have to press G, or you go into your map info here. Just go into access info, go into weapons, and Thunder Cage. Click that, and it'll tell you the parts. So the really good thing about these parts is that all of them are normal mode. So a lot of these things you will have already done. So you might have some of these parts already. So that's going to be less of a grind for you. And let me just try to get you a quick rundown here of how to get the parts. It's very easy. So this is where the first part is going to be. This one up here, it is in Sterile Land. Let me zoom out the map there so you can see where I am at Rockball right there. And we're just gonna go over to the spot, and I'm gonna speed this up just so you don't have to watch like the full thing. You can kind of have an idea. And the reason why I want to show you this is so because you can also show your friends, because if you have one more person, or even a full team trying to farm this at the same time, it brings down the overall time you have to spend. Because some of these quests, actually, I think the second one that I'm gonna do later, you're gonna see how much faster it's probably gonna cut down your farming time on one of the missions by around, maybe, I don't know, less than half. If you don't have your bunny leveled yet, you can choose to level bunny here as well. But if you already have your bunny leveled, if you already have Thunder Cage, which you should at this point in time, it'll be a really easy farm for you anyway. So you should just take whoever you want to level in advance and just level them all the way as you're farming this. Important detail that I should probably tell you guys too is, if you look at the parts acquisition info, go over here, you can see that it's 20% chance. So all of the parts that you're gonna farm, they all have a 20% chance to drop, and that's why it's very doable to farm within the day, because of the fact that the chances are pretty high, right? And the missions themselves, all of them take 5 minutes or less per run. If you have more people, some of them will take a lot less time. That's this run, and then the second run right here. And again, you can show this to your friends just to kind of show them hey, this thing doesn't take very long at all. If you guys want to farm it, it becomes a lot easier for us. This one right here, look at the map. It's a 20% chance to get it. There we go. And this one is one of the missions where it takes so much less time, a lot less time, if you have multiple people. No. You just have to open this one right here. And these things are gonna appear. Basically, all you just have to do, you probably know already, just have to stand in them. So you can imagine if you have 3 other people here doing this goes by incredibly fast. That's really it. And then this one right here, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. This right here in Sterile Land as well. So you can see for the most part here, the parts that you have to farm, or the parts that you can farm them at, you can farm them pretty early, especially with the leveling guide that I put out. You can do that a lot more efficiently just because it's 100% proc rate and you just clear everything so fast, right? So this one right here, it is 20% as well. And this one, you don't really have to do much for this one. Again, if you have multiple people, you pay attention even less. But again, this is normal mode, really early in the game. So even if you're low level, this is very, very doable. If you're already high level and you're just now considering to level Thunder Cage, then this is basically just a brain dead run for you. You can see the timer on there as well. Timer remain like around 2 minutes. So each run is gonna run you around 2 minutes. Alright, but that's the mission for that one. And then the last mission that you have is going to be Sterile Land. You just have to go over here, run over here, and pretty close to one point. Just go ahead and start mission there. But here, again, point A, point B, point C. Just go ahead and hack data. You just have to stand here. Other people can kill, or you can just kill from here. And that's basically it. It's so easy to get this whole thing done. And it's just a really good gun because it serves a purpose, right? It serves a really good purpose for AoE. That might be a little bit more different for you if you're playing Glay, because your third skill would basically, all you have to do is really put on a launcher and just, you know, like spam attacks if you have to, right? Alright, and then you're good if you're Glay. But a lot of the times you're probably not Glay, and you won't have as much like ammo to spam launchers like that, or you're not Bunny or Valby, and it's very helpful. Another tech that you could use for Thunder Cage is that sometimes there are protected mobs that are immune. You might have noticed that sometimes. But if you kill the mobs beside them and they explode, they will most likely kill that immune mob, because now you have 100% proc rate. So it's just a really good weapon overall and will always have its uses. So yeah, hopefully that helps. And that's why you should upgrade probably max out your first unique weapon, which is exactly that. And this is going to be like extra helpful as well, especially for the free-to-play players. So alright guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
I could say I never dare to think about you in that way, but I would be lying. And I pretend I'm happy for you when you find some dude to take home. But I won't deny that in the midst of the crowds and the shapes in the